Oh god, I've made a huge mistake. Okay. So here's the deal, and this is actually really terrible for this to happen so early on in the project, but I have done goofed. I tried to record two episodes at once, and that wasn't really the problem. The problem was I recorded those two episodes, and my mic was off because I'm not using like a headset or anything because I'm a dumb. So, having already saved over the file the recording is basically worthless because, well, to be honest, I also kind of done goofed and deleted the AVIs. This is really embarrassing. What I'm going to try and do, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, the two episodes that I did try and record, almost no progress was actually made. I was going to record episodes 4 and 5, and I'm just going to give you guys as much of a breakdown as I can within, 5 or so minutes, because I know that you want to get back to watching the Let's Play, because it is going to continue. Not too much major harm was done, but there's going to have to be some explaining to be done. So without further ado, let's get on that. So basically, after episode 3, we ended off in that sanctum area. What it turned out to be was the elemental chamber for all of the elemental stars were, which were those stones that were being held by those statues. And those statues were apparently things called the elemental djinns, as in DJINN. Jin to Jin, I don't know. I'll probably swap back and forth between pronunciations. Anyways, basically, after we collected the Venus star first, and then some of the platforms raised. We collected the Mercury star next, and some more platforms raised, because basically we had to get them in a certain order, which came into play because by the time we had hit the third elemental star, Saturos and Menardi showed up and were behind Kratos and Jenna, and basically they threatened us to give them the elemental stars, and then a masked man showed up to reassure us that it was in fact the best thing to do, because he was with Saturos and Menardi. And well, at first we didn't want to give them the stones because obviously we don't want to give them the elemental stones, which are the sources of all alchemy. And let's see. It turned out that masked man was actually Felix, the boy who was supposed to have drowned and died in the boulder accident 3 years ago. So that's Jenna's brother, in case I hadn't made that clear before. So he was supposed to be our guarantee that Jenna and Kraden were to be safe. Also, it turns out Kraden kind of already knew some of this stuff was going to happen, and it wasn't exactly that he led us into a trap, it was that he kind of knowingly led us into a dangerous situation because he knew that Saturos and Menardi wanted the elemental stars. He just wanted to make sure he got to them first. Or at least that's what I gathered. It wasn't completely official what happened. They haven't revealed the entire reasoning to us, but that's what I've gathered. There was also this guy named Alex who showed up, who appeared to be able to teleport pretty quickly. We don't know anything about him other than his name. Here he is right there. And let's see. After that, we were forced to give them the 3 elemental stars we had already collected. And then once we plucked the 4th one out of... that one was Mars. We had to go down and get Jupiter. Mars was the last one we got. After we got Mars out of the elemental djinn's hands, the chamber started shaking and everything started being terrible. That thing that Kraden had mistaken for an ocean was actually all dried up, and then suddenly lava, and the chamber was collapsing, and then this giant stone sphere with an eyeball that for some reason Kraden called the Wise One showed up and tried to help us, sort of. And then it talked at us a little bit while the chamber was collapsing, and everyone else escaped, because for some reason we couldn't run when everyone else was talking. Jenna and Kraden have essentially been kidnapped at this point by Saturos Menardi, and Felix and Alex. Let's see. That is pretty much what happened in the Soul Sanctum. We were teleported out right before the chamber collapsed by the Wise One. We then explained what happened to the Mayor and the Elder and the Healer. And then they sent us on our way to go and find the lighthouses, apparently. They didn't tell us anything about the lighthouses other than that they were lighthouses. And they didn't give us very much direction at all. And that was pretty much the end of the 4th episode. And the 5th episode wound up being me exploring the overworld, which is what we're going to be doing a little bit in this next episode anyways. The only thing that really happened was I determined where we aren't supposed to go. I did a little bit of exploring. I'll point it out when we come across those areas later on in the Let's Play. And let's see. Oh, right. And I figured out, I think, what we have to do. See, I'm still unsure. The other thing is we got this new fighting ability. We can use these things called Diginis, which is exciting. We got a Venus Digini named Flint. And, well, I'll explain how the Diginis work in the first combat that we get because I want to show it off instead of just me talking about it. And, well, that's basically it. That's all that we really missed because pretty much entire episode 4 was all cutscene and dialogue, so hopefully that might be a little bit better, cutting down a 20-minute episode into a 5-minute dialogue. I really, really, really apologize for this, you guys, and I hope it doesn't ever happen again over the course of this Let's Play or any other future project that I do. I will try to be much more careful and attentive to the status of my equipment. Thank you very much for listening, and another episode should be put up before the end of the day, if not 2. So, thanks, and I hope you guys will join me for the next episode. Have a great day. See ya.